Let's find out more as we head over to Singapore and Farhan Mumtaz. He's a senior analyst at Eurekahedge. A volatile market environment. It's about the best that you can say about what happened in June. Tell us about it and how did that play out?
Well, compared to global markets, hedge fund returns have been more stable in June as well as for year 2010. At the moment, for June, the Eurekahedge hedge fund index was flat to slightly negative. It was down 0.5%. But when we compare that to the MSCI World Index, which represents world markets, that was down 3.6%. So that's an outperformance of 3%. And that's done through a very volatile market environment. And this has been achieved because the hedge fund managers, they were prepared for such sharp movements in the market. They had adopted some very protective positions, such as increasing their short exposure, as well as keeping high levels of liquidity. So in case of a downturn, they can protect capital, while in case there is any upside activity, they can be flexible enough to capitalize on that.
Farhan, what sort of hedge funds are doing better than the others? What sort of difference do we have in investment strategies here too?
Well, in terms of investment strategies, funds which employ fixed income strategies, they have done well in June as well as in 2010. The Eurekahedge Fixed Income Hedge Fund Index is up 3.73% June year to date. And arbitrage funds which employ fixed income assets as well as relative value funds have also performed well. Those funds which have been trading in volatility, they have employed some volatility arbitrage and dispersion strategies, they have been doing well as well. Year to date June, they're up nearly 3%. Distressed debt funds, which also employ fixed income strategies, they're also doing pretty well in 2010. They're up 6.73%, although the last couple of months have been a bit bumpy for them. However, that's a very distressed debt funds have a very strong track record since 2009.
Yeah, Farhan, you talk about the fixed income side of things doing well, but that's not going to continue into the second half, would you say?
Well, the thing with these fixed income hedge funds is that they tend to be, they're actually absolute return vehicles. So regardless of where the market conditions are, they will tend to outperform the markets. At the same time, in case of a downturn, they will definitely protect capital, while they will also be able to take advantage of any upside activity.
Yeah, traditionally speaking, people are used to bigger gains in this. So do you anticipate there to be redemptions, people pulling their money out?
Well, at this point, we don't see much redemption pressure in hedge funds. There is talk about some outflows coming up, but we believe that's more of some people comparing it to the last time we saw similar movements in the markets. That was around 2008, end of 2008, start of 2009. That is when hedge funds saw significant redemptions. However, at this point, the ground realities are much different than what was happening in 2008, and we don't believe that we will see any significant redemptions at the moment. Inflows are a bit marginal at this point. However, we believe that basically the hedge fund investors, such as family offices, they're maintaining high levels of cash. So we believe that going forward, we will actually see some inflows rather than outflows.
Quickly, Farhan, which part of the world is doing better than others?
For 2010, it has been different for different time periods. Initially, Japanese hedge funds were doing very, very well. But currently, last couple of months, they have not been doing so well. Latin American funds, however, have been performing very well throughout the year. The Eurekahedge Latin American Index is up about 1.4%. And Japanese funds are still year-to-date second best. They're up 1.22%. North American managers are also in the positive.
5 seconds. If you had to put your money anywhere, looking ahead, where would you do it?
Definitely in Latin American funds, especially those employing fixed income strategies.
Farhan, thank you so much for that.